So despite there's still ice on the ground, I'm going to tackle this mess. Weed out all of the old bindweed, cut out all the old stems and keep the ones that will fruit for this year. This is my tayberry, I think, and it's so thorny. So I've got to be really careful how I do this. I don't think I'll be able to do anything in ground today. Well, not yet, because the ground is still frozen, but I can tackle this job, trickly as it might be. So hopefully you can see the difference in the branches that I need to cut out. These red ones are to keep. They will fruit this coming year. These brown, darker brown ones, that's what fruited last year, so I need to cut those out amongst all the rest of the weeding. So red means it's good and it will grow more stuff. The brown is it's done its business. Well, I'm only halfway there. I've cut out all the old growth from last year. I've weeded half of it, and I've actually painted with fence paint this side, and it looks so much better. So this is the side I've painted. You can see that's the side I haven't. So I'm halfway there. I just thought if I don't paint it now, I won't get around to it. And once it's dried, I can then tie in all the new growth to this side. Well, this is what I cut out, and the weeds. This is how it looks now. Painted as best I can, and all this year's foliage flopping over this way. I will tie it in another day, but I'm glad that's finished. Well, the sun's going down. I better go home now. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Look at that frost. Now I gotta defrost it. So I can't see out yet. I think I'm gonna have to wait a while before I can drive anywhere. Well, I think last night it got down to minus 3.9, and I'd say, looking at the thermometer, it's about 0 at the moment in the shade. So, chilly. Well, I'm sat in the greenhouse because it's slightly warmer. Despite the coldness, it should, once the sun gets on the different bits of the plot, I should be able to do some stuff. Obviously not digging in the ground. I think I'm going to tie in the tayberry plants, because that's a job I started the other day, working on that area. And given that it's dry, well, hopefully it will be warm enough to dry, I might paint some more of the outside of the shed, because it's chilly today. But it's nice to have a bit of sunshine instead of just greyness. Time to get on with the work. Okay, so this is what I've got to tie in. It's weeded and everything, but I need to, there's some wires up there, but I've also got some string. I just need to tie it all in. I think this year it was, well, last year it was along this side, so I need to tie it to that side, so I know where to tie in the new shoots that grow this year, if you get what I mean. So there it is, all tied in, looking tidy. So if I come round to this side, they're all tied into this side, so that as the new growth grows up, theoretically I should be tying it into this side, but I never get round to it, so hopefully I will. We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm about to paint this with the blue paint. I suspect it's going to take several coats to cover up the brown. We'll see how it goes, we'll see how it dries in this weather. On with the painting. Well, I've painted it, its first coat, as I thought it will take a few before it looks blue. Now, I decided to paint this trellis just as I go in. One forgets just how intricate you have to be with painting trellis. It's a nightmare. And I've painted that side, and I've just put the first coat on the door, but still a lot more paint to go on. So my toes are like blocks of ice, and I've got the two things done I wanted to today. It's what, I think it's about 1:30. But yeah, that's as much cold as I can take for one day. So I'm going to go home now. Thanks for watching, bye for now. Okay, good morning. I'm going to be painting this shed a few more coats. This side's already had what, 2 or 3, but if we come around to this side, well, like the door, you can see it needs a lot more. This stuff needs a lot more, so that's my goal. Get at least one more coat on all around, if not a bit more. We'll see how the weather behaves. It's about 9 degrees, so it should have a chance to kind of dry more, whereas if I did it tomorrow, which is sunnier but colder, it'll take longer to dry. So painting, painting and painting. Well, that's another coat on there. It's not as bright as it looks on camera, and it will dry darker. I've done just the edge of this, and the door, you can still see it brown through it. This is what, coat number 2. On this side you can still see the brown through, and on this side, so I've only just painted these 2, so again it will dry darker, but I think it's going to need at least one more coat, if not 2, so it'll be about 4 coats to cover up the brown. Just bear that in mind when you buy fence or shed paint. It depends what colour you're painting on top of to how many coats you're going to need. Well, it's 1 o'clock now. I've been down here a couple of hours painting. I think that's all I'm going to do. There's no point in trying to put any more paint on because the first coat's not dry. And there's a mixture of cloud, some bits of sun. Fingers crossed there won't be any rain. I don't want it washing off the shed. I've had that happen before. You know, where you paint and then the rain washes half of your work away. So I think that will do for down the plot. Yes, there is tidying to do, but that can wait for another day. So I'm going to go home now. Thanks for watching, bye for now.